So you think
also a preemptive strategy also. A preemptive strategy also.
There is another concept which says that look, the world is moving in this direction in terms of efficiency, energy management, etc. And we being there maybe about 7-8 years back, we started moving in this direction. Some people say in the market, they say that look, all the muscle rate around energy management, efficiency, etc. Maybe a little too early. The business results are going to take a while longer because the first couple of years is going to be time spent educating the market, talking to people, like to all of you, and we have to educate the market to get to that level. So there is a school of thought which says that look, maybe Schneider, took it a little earlier. So you guys don't believe that Schneider was too early on the market. You think it was a little earlier. Or someone has a different opinion here.
I think you can very well leverage the first mover advantage because if you get into the energy efficiency business at a pre-empty stage, so automatically you have more time to gradually focus your strategy and improve on your processes. So I think because right now if somebody thinks of energy management, the only name they'll think is of Schneider. So that's great for Schneider.
So I think exactly. So knowing very well that we are actually a little too early into the strategy. But I think it was a very conscious effort on the part of the group to go into this particular debate, knowing fully well that this market is going to take time to develop in terms of numbers, because at the end of the day, all that we do in business, you have to somewhere correlate with numbers, right? So what we knew it very well. So I think the group has been very proactive, and as you rightly said, if today Schneider would like to position as the energy management specialist for everyone around, it's because of this proactive strategy. So I agree with you, and I think there is a different opinion by people. But Schneider is conscious that we took this step consciously, knowing fully well the kind of investment we need to put into the space. Even now we are doing that. The market still in many parts of the world is still, getting around to the energy efficiency stuff. But I think it is rightly spoken by you. Yeah.
Just wanted to add that the strategy is clearly coming. The strategy is clearly exhibited in the acquisition also. It's not just in the words, the kind of entire cycle which we are trying to cover, kind of companies we are trying to acquire. So in that it is displayed. Though, for example, I think the two acquisitions, everything is in alignment with for positioning Schneider in a position to make complete influence, right from maybe where it's the generation of the power. So that I think was one point which is coming up clearly.
Yeah.
So these investments are like we're looking at each phase. May not be generation. I think we're not about generating power, but right from distribution at each level, each of the acquisition items aligned with the intent of Schneider to influence, to move early and position themselves and take it forward.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So it's a learning organization in that sense.
One question I would like to ask you
This one is absolutely correct. There was a clear strategy, there was a clear execution of the strategy since 10 years. You mentioned products. Beyond products, what do you think was included in this strategy of acquisitions? Beyond technology, what else? What was the reason behind? Do you have any idea? Yes.
That was about integration, or because there are different players doing different things in the same domain.
Okay.
So this probably helps Schneider to.
It's more or less all the technology, then? Business?
Yeah, it's sort of integration.
Okay.
Basically, Schneider wanted to position itself as an integrated player where you provide a one-stop solution to every person.
Okay. But again, still on the business.
I think these different companies are working in different parts of energy management. Schneider wants to combine this and provide a solution which is completely integrated in terms of energy management.
Business, again.
I just want to add CSR and sustainability is also very much integrated. I think an example is the IBM Green Award. I think the company won the data centers. So I think it's business but integrated into. I think
You are not very far. You are getting closer and closer.
Yeah, I think it's one of the companies where I don't think different. Some companies strive for green and sustainability. Here, I think it's the core.
It's part of it. One step further.
So we give a hint.
And there is a strategy in Schneider that is plan to plug, where they want everything to be at the
Product, business, same.
The values shown by these companies are falling line is the value shown by the Schneider. That's why
It's correct. It's correct. It was not what I was talking about, but you're right. It was one of the key points with the way we have selected the company, but you are missing one other one, which is probably the most important one.
I don't know if it's correct. Again, the selection of the companies you are looking for, even in selection of the companies, there's a due diligence. Again, it's business, but you want the topmost. I mean, you are not just,
Yes.
it's not a random selection.
Yes.
Maybe the capacitors.
On top of that, something about something different.
You're looking at a company which is Indian.
Ah.
A company which is Indian, both perhaps unconserved or Indian companies, you are trying to integrate your business using Indian companies and using the local expertise which are developed in India.
You get it. It's not only India. Let's make it clear. When the CEO of Schneider Electric 10 years ago was set up the strategy of Schneider Electric, there were different parts. There was one part, you have mentioned it, Kumar has explained it, which was to say we want to move from a product company, power and control, to global specialist in energy management. All of you mentioned it. Integration, product, technology. Then we have streamed all our different verticals, and we have targeted in each vertical the best company, from the technology perspective, values. Is there a good fit with Schneider Electric? The third dimension, which was critical across the board, was the geographic positioning of Schneider Electric worldwide. 10 years ago, we have said, look, we are very strong in the US, very strong in France, we start to be good in China, but when you look at the new economies, we have a positioning which is by far too small. If we want to be successful in 50 years from now, we have to change the positioning of the company. And I would say on top of everything you have said, there was one priority, position Schneider Electric in India, in China, in Brazil, and all the other new economies, Middle East and so on and so forth. And it was a very, very important move, which was not done by chance, but it was something coming from the CEO saying, we have to screen those countries as a priority. And at the end of the day, the technology was not always the best, the geography was one of the decisions to invest in China and India on the other part. It's very important because it was really a major differentiation of Schneider Electric in the implementation of our strategy. So I should.
You rightly put it there. In terms of strategy, Schneider did make a focus in terms of 2000, right? And we had, just for clarity here, because this person comes up every time we go somewhere, we used to have once upon a time the trust to line of business, right? So we divested all that business by 2000. So we started getting inside, to the offices inside the building because we knew we have a job cut out in the space where energy is used. So that this was a conscious shift in the part of Schneider. So we divested everything which was not a part of that strategy, and then concentrated on this. And we acquired all those companies were domain leaders in those spaces. So where it is an acquisition done abroad in APC or power management or TAC, etc., when you get in the Mega, it was clearly in line with the strategy. So in terms of taking the leader and having a set of products and solutions which would be applied somewhere in the distribution. Rather than making it available to the right. Like you can't if you're there, you're getting the energy inside, but you're not really doing anything with the consumption. Okay, now you all have seen that the life cycle, the energy efficiency life cycle, the measure, fix, automate, monitor. This, I don't know whether I should leave it or leave it, but there is can you have an analogy of this? Whoa. How can you describe this particular sequence to something which all of us do? May not be me. I'm not looking at you. Some of us would do. Can you find a day-to-day example we do? It's very similar.
PDCA plan to check action.
That's high tech, right?